I know that the beauty community is up in flames right now. Let's figure this out. I just have some things that I really need to address. So the first thing is people are getting palettes that are not having good pigmentation and not swatching well. First of all, let me just say that this news broke my heart. I have worked so long and so many years on stuff and been like, the reason that this took 187 years is because I had to make it perfect. So the fact that there were inconsistencies in this palette, even after we pushed the first launch back, it sucked. It sucked big time. And I just want to put it out there right now. Don't you ever think for 1 second that I have been blowing this off, not paying attention, or me and Morphe are just like, laughing our way to the bank about this. Like, this has been a major stress ever since the second I got the first negative review. So basically, we pushed back the launch date. We saw all over social media, beauty influencers were giving it negative reviews. She came to me and was like, there's inconsistencies. I swatched them with my team. I've been watching the reviews for the past 24 hours. It's bad. We're pushing it back. Of course, we cried. It was this whole thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is going to be a huge scandal. Like, I'm disappointing people. Once again, like, here Jaclyn Hill goes, like, putting something out that is just going to cause like an uproar. And I'm already under a microscope for everything I do. Like, I'm going to disappoint my subscribers. I'm going to make them think that I'm not trustworthy. And like, pushing back the launch cost them millions of dollars, and it was a very big hit for Morphe. Every single old palette from like the bad batch, if you will, was destroyed. I was wrong. That is what I was told, but it ended up not being the case. The real truth is that it has been quarantined. It has been moved to a completely different warehouse. It was moved to a different warehouse before any new shipment came in from China. And at the end of the day, the old palettes are not being sold. We are not selling you old nasty vaults. But when I'm trying to investigate on social media and people are just clearly putting things out there to get attention, and their tweet starts blowing up and they start getting, tons and tons of feedback, and then when I reach out to them, they're like, oh no, it's actually totally good. Like, what? Morphe came back with like actual stats, and only 1% of vaults have been returned. Morphe personally, like Morphe stores and Morphe online, have had 102 returns. That's it. The industry standard is 5%. So to see something so low, it's like, okay, but I'm seeing people complain online and I want to get to the bottom of it, but yet only 1% has been returned? Like, if I cared about just making money, I wouldn't spend like over 2 years on my Jaclyn Hill palette. I wouldn't stay awake at night swatching shit. Like, let me show you guys this right here. Let me show you what's behind the camera. I literally look like Gus right now, bringing all these in. And this isn't even close to being all of it. And these stacks are much higher than the camera is actually showing them to be. They come much further down. I am dedicated to swatching these vaults and figuring out the issue. It is an embarrassment for me to have inconsistencies in a product that I have spent so much time and put so much heart into. And that is not because of money or my bank account or me not being able to buy a new Birkin. That is because of my subscribers. But the fact that these are not absolutely perfect, it makes me very sad, and I am so sorry if you are unhappy with something that I have put out. But I do want to apologize to you guys for making you feel in any way like I have been shoving Morphe down your throat recently. Some gossip channels, I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually true. Like, even if I don't want it to be true, if it's about me or someone I know on social media, I'll be like, ooh, shit, like that's true. This is pertaining a collaboration that I was in the works of doing with Makeup Geek Cosmetics. So I just want to say right now that Marlena has done nothing wrong. I am not angry at her. I am not talking shit about her. I am not shading her whatsoever. This is business 100%. She made a video talking about the beauty community in general. People decided to assume that it was about me. Like, what? Tell you guys what actually happened between me and Makeup Geek professionally. We're working on a collaboration. We were gonna do an eyeshadow palette that was 9 different shades. I was already in contract with both Becca and Morphe at this time though. Manny was also collaborating with Makeup Geek as well, and as you guys know, he released a product with them. So we were trying to figure out like the timeline of me and Manny and our palettes coming out and us both having enough time, because no influencer ever wants to like have their product launch and then like 3 weeks later another big influencer launches their product with the same brand too. I've got this palette over here, 35 colors for such an incredible price. And at the same time, I've got a 9-color palette with a different brand for even more than the 35-color palette. They're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought that it was gonna make me and Makeup Geek both look stupid. I just didn't believe in the price. In this video, she drops a big number and she says how, you know, she was getting charged $60,000 for a sponsored video, like sponsored content. And I think she said like $20,000 or $40,000 for an Instagram post. I'm gonna be very transparent right now because this is the thing that drives me crazy. What I do is my career. This is my job, okay? And some of you guys might not agree with the way I run my job and run my business and run my brand. Keeping it just raw, I could be making so much more money than I am. The deals that I get in my emails, honestly, shock me. Don't get me wrong. I have used affiliate links and affiliate codes, and I'm always honest about that and the money that I make from that. I earn commission off of those links and off those codes. If you clicked on it, I made 10% commission, and that's how it was. And then I would have to go in and request a payout whenever I wanted, and then the money would get put into my bank account. Yeah, $60,000 is a pretty normal price for people to charge. I'm just being real. I've never charged that. I have to keep reiterating that over and over and over because I already know the comments are making, I can't believe you charged that. I have never charged that. People who do sponsorships, honey, $60,000 is just the beginning. Like, honest to God, I'm not joking with you. Like, I might get hate from other influencers, and I really hope that I don't, because at this point, it's like, who cares? I mean, I sat at a table with a bunch of influencers last year, and everyone was talking about sponsorships and brand deals and trips and just stuff like that. And someone at that table told me, oh yeah, I get paid $70,000 just to mention a product. Like, if I am doing a makeup tutorial and I just like use a blush, as long as I talk about it for 30 seconds, I get paid $70,000. And I was like, what? Like, I was so shook. We're willing to pay you $50,000 for you to introduce our new foundation. The reason why I don't do it is because it usually always comes with a list of stuff that I have to say and things that I can't say. It'll say things like, you are not allowed to mention this list of brands, and like, you know, these are our competitors, and you're not allowed to compare it to this product or this product. You're not allowed to use these words, and like freaking out as I'm trying to film the video. Like, I also know somebody who, as of this moment, is charging $150,000 a video and living their best life. You know, that's a thing as well. If you're charging $100,000 for a video, but you're making that company $1 million because of your video, that's 10%. And you should be getting paid. If you're in a contract with them and they're sponsoring you, get your coin, get paid. Brands offer influencers $80,000 to give a negative review about a competitive brand. This is not a thing. This is not a thing. I'm just gonna be real and put it out there. I have been offered $1 million contract by 2 different brands. I think I'm gonna throw up. For $1 million to sign a contract. The one brand told me I was gonna be the face of their brand, a brand ambassador. I was gonna be on billboards. I was gonna be in Paris. Like, and there's a lot of really, really, really good ones out there, but there's also a lot of fake ones out there. And please don't let the fake ones give us a bad name.